What we have here is a Microsoft Word document that I would like to use the cleanup tools to clean up. And the cleanup tools is a new ribbon that we have recently developed here that goes with Kwik Docs. A lot of times people will use it on WordPerfect documents to clean their text up. And if this was a WordPerfect document, I would have just taken it and opened it with Microsoft Word. And then I would be at this point. In this case, it's just another Word document, but let's just say the formatting is questionable, which it is because I actually downloaded this from a website of free documents on the internet. So I would like to get the text all nice and clean and know that I'm not bringing any metadata or strange formatting, unwanted section breaks, etc., into my new document. So looking at it, I see I've got some bold and underlining that I want to deal with, and outline numbering. Actually, it's just text because that's how the person put it in, but I want it to be outline numbering, so I'll show you what I would do using the tools to convert that. And there are also a couple footnotes in here. And footnotes are one of the main things that from WordPerfect documents that will corrupt a Word document. So I always want to bring those over clean, and the tools do this for me. So first thing I want to do is mark up the formatting. Now we can go on, we're on the cleanup tools, we can go to markup formatting and choose master markup, or we could pick individual things. Oh, I want to mark up the bold, I want to mark up the underline, etc. What I'm going to do instead, though, is just click the button up here because that's the default, and that is the same as if I'd gone to the drop-down menu and chose Master Markup. Now in here, if I know I don't have any italics or small caps, I can clear those if I want to, but just leaving them checked is also not going to hurt anything. It just won't find any of those. So I clear whatever I don't want, say OK, it runs. Now one of the things is cleaning up is the footnotes. And so to do that, it puts them in a separate document so they can bring them in clean later. And you'll notice here that it's telling me what it did, and then at the bottom it's telling me where the footnotes are. It put them in a separate document, saved it in the same folder this document was in. I'm happy with that, say OK. Now, when I look at this text, I see what we call markup. You know, bold and underline is before and after text that is bold and underlined, and we did some things for the footnotes as well. So I want to copy this text and paste it clean into another document. And I want that document to be created from the right template. So if this was a letter, I'd use the letter template. If it was a pleading, I'd use the pleading template. This is an agreement, and it just uses our standard formatting that's in our blank document template. So I know through experience, I can go to Kwik Docs, and it's under correspondence, actually the blank document, or I can just click the little white new blank document button here. If I haven't told it to stop showing this, I will get prompted for certain defaults. I'm happy with what it's offering me for the formatting. And notice it says apply body text style. So it's setting all this formatting up, and then it's also applying the body text style at the cursor. Now, I go back to my original document. I'm just going to go to the body of it. I'll press Control A to select everything and just copy like I would normally copy. Come back to my new blank document that's created from the, and I want to paste clean into here, paste special unformatted. I don't want to bring any formatting or metadata in. So I could go to Kwik Docs and use paste clean, or I could go to cleanup tools where I'm going to be working in a minute. So I'll do this and I'll use paste clean from here. And it just pastes it all in. Because I had the body text style in the document at the cursor, the body text style is now on all the text that I pasted in clean. Now I would like to get rid of the markup and convert it back to the actual formatting. So I've got restore formatting beside markup formatting. And just like markup, it has a drop down where you could pick individual items to work with. But I'll just do the master, which I can click this, or I could just click the button, the top half. Gets me the same place. Now I could clear ones that I know I don't need, or just don't worry about them. Say OK. Now remember our footnotes. They were in another document, and it's actually looking in the right folder right now, but if it wasn't, I would need to go to that folder, and then it's looking for just documents that have footnotes in the name. So it found the one. Say open or OK. It does its thing. Now it converted the bold and underline back, so I didn't lose that. The outline numbering, if it had been real outline numbering, would still be text because it was pasted clean. It was already text, but that's okay. We're going to turn it into an outline here in a minute, but let me take a look and see if I got my footnotes back. And sure enough, there are my footnotes. They were brought back. So let's take a look at the outline numbering. Now what I would do is determine which outline I want to use. And in this case, just the simple legal numbering. It looks like this should be level 1, and then these should be level 2, but it's a little different. I'm not used to seeing the 1.0, but we could construct it like that if we wanted to. If we don't care, then we can just use what we've got here. So I'll pick an outline, Kwik Docs, Kwik Numbers, choose outline, and in this case, I want to use the legal one outline, which I already know. And this is a test system. I don't know why my preview's not showing, but I will look into that. But typically you'll get a preview picture of the outline you're going to get. So I'll say OK. And that just sets up the formatting for the outline. Now, what I would do is I would go through and apply the outline first, because I can tell by looking at these what should be level 1 and what should be level 2. Then I would get rid of these text numbers. And so let's just do level 1, this very first one here. So if I tell it under Kwik Numbers, it should be level 1. So either click the button or Alt-1 on the keyboard. It applies it, but notice level 1's not bold and underlined the way we want it to be. So I am going to tell it, this is just using Kwik Numbers, I'm going to tell it for this level, we want it to be bold and we want it to be underlined. Now I'm not going to worry about the 1.0 point yet. Then I'll come down here, and these look like these two should be level 2, so I'll grab those, level 2. This should be level 1. And I would just go through and apply the correct outline levels. This is actually not a long document, so I'll just do it really quick. 2.6, all up to here is level 2, level 1, and then level 2. Normally I would press Alt-1, Alt-2 for the different levels, but I'm clicking the button so that you can see what I'm doing. And I think we're almost done. We'll say we're done even if we're not. Well, we've gone far enough. Okay, so for these that I took care of, now I want to use the cleanup tools to get rid of the text number. And you can see, if I turn Show Hide on, I press Control-Shift-8 on the keyboard. Otherwise, I would have gone home and clicked this. That what we have of the old stuff was number followed by a space. So 4.1 point was the number, and it was followed by a space, and then we had the text. Same with that's level 2. Same with level 1 was the same thing, and it was supposed to be followed by a space. I didn't look close enough, but there were a few paragraphs that weren't formatted quite right. But you can see here 2.0 point space. That was the intention of the person. So except for where they forgot a space, we should be good. I'll put a space in where they forgot one, where I see it. Okay, so because level 1 and level 2 are the exact same thing, I can actually get rid of their text numbers at the same time. And to do that, I'll select those paragraphs. On our cleanup tools, I will go to the Remove Text Numbers area, and I want to remove wherever we have a number followed by a space as the text number. Click that. It visits the beginning of every paragraph and gets rid of that text number. Notice it did not mess with our automatic number. So we put that on first because we could tell based on what the text number was, what level it should be, and then we just had it remove the text numbers for us, so we didn't have to go paragraph by paragraph deleting those out or try to do some fancy find replace of our own. We'll let the computer do it for us. And now I have a clean document. Now, if I had headers or footers in this document, I would need to put those back in. Those would not come over with the clean paste, and the cleanup tools aren't bringing those over. Also, if I had tables, we do have some tools for cleaning up tables where you can copy the table and paste it as a table. So paste it regular, but get just the table. Don't get any text around it, or bad things tend to happen. But if you get just the tables and copy and paste them over, then you could use one of our macros to clean the table up if it comes over looking funky. And there you go.